What a beautiful day. Holy cow, what a place this is. What's going on? Knock, knock, knock.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Who's there?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, we got our front door. Why don't you guys come around?
All right, we'll come around back. All right, can we come in?
Come in.
Yeah. Hello, hello. How's it going?
Hello, hello. What's going on?
Not much.
All right. So, where'd this fort come from? What's the inspiration?
Well, the pile was already here, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we did the easy part.
We're big on removal as a concept in general, so we thought we could get into it a little bit, take some stuff, and then here we are. Little abode.
Dope. How long did it take to create?
Some of the hours were not in a certain state of mind, so it's hard to track how much exactly, but I would say around 20 to 25 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, what was the construction process like?
A lot of digging and hauling is the main part.
Digging and
Yeah.
hauling.
Common misconception that the digging would be the hard part. The hauling is really what gets you.
Yeah, what's this hole over here?
I got real angry with Max one time. We don't need to go into it now,
Yeah.
but
You can kind of see the
Yeah.
print of my nose in the back of it.
Yeah.
The ceiling's a little low. That's not a question. What's the name of the snow fort?
The snow garden.
Yeah, snow garden.
Any inspiration for the snow garden?
Uh,
The original garden off East Street.
yeah, behind
Gotcha.
Cleve, except it's like that, except it's snowy, if you can wrap your head around that.
Yeah. You kind of add snow to that whole thing. That's about it.
Who's the biggest Grinnell celebrity you've invited in here?
That might be Jacob Cowan, one of the captains of the Grinnell Ultimate Frisbee team, the open team that is.
it's nominated for the Heisman
Yeah.
equivalent.
Actually, we've had two captains here. We've also had Captain Zoe as well as their trusty steed Kim, which is honestly probably Kim.
Kim.
Yeah,
Kim
Kim.
is the
We'll
one.
settle on Kim.
Good answer. What's the square footage on a piece of property like this? Can you show us around?
Yeah.
See, as you come out of the foyer there, you'll come into our main living space that we've really sunk the most time into.
Yeah.
This room's about 800-900 square feet, give or take.
Yeah. In a city like this, the real estate cost is coming around like 10-15 per square foot. So, it's not too bad because we're in Grinnell, Iowa. So, including furnishings, because we would sell this completely furnished. I'm thinking likely this would go around for 150 grand, in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How'd you get the lighting to be so good?
We got a bunch of fireflies and trapped them, and then when they died, we had to resort to other more natural forms of light, such as the sun, and we have a little fire pit back here. Oh, I missed.
Yeah, some kind of natural ring light.
Yeah.
Were you guys big snow guys as kids?
I was actually a snow person growing up. Big fan. A lot of wet butts. A lot of wet clothing.
Yeah, what's the biggest snowman you ever built?
About 15 feet.
Yeah. 15 feet 6 inches, about, I think.
Mine was probably for like 15 foot, like 8 inches tall.
Mine was around 15 foot 8 inches,
But like
plus 0.9.
he's probably rounding, so like mine's probably like 16 feet is probably the biggest one I made.
I think
Yeah.
I made one that was like 17 or so feet.
No.
So
Did I
that's probably
say
my big-
15 8 inches 0.9? I meant 19 feet.
Yeah. So pretty hefty.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we're
no,
nearing
see.
we're nearing about 2 stories.
You ever make hot cocoa in here?
No,
We made cocoa, but it wasn't hot.
it was really cold.
Really
Yeah.
cold.
You know, we thought it would be kind of good to just like throw some. We got a bunch of loose snow. Throw some cocoa powder on that and eat it. It sucked.
What's the ideal temperature for construction specifically?
You want a little below freezing
Yeah.
because you get above that point and you're really just swimming around in here. You know, the butt gets wet, the knees get wet. Really just, you know, by the end of a few hours,
You're wet.
You're a mess.
Yeah, I'm feeling that a little bit in the butt area. So how cold does it get in here?
It depends, you know, it's kind of a by person situation, you know, if we get it packed with like say 20 people, which is around our max capacity right now, it gets toasty, it warms up. We got a nice fire right here and stick your head up here. It's quite toasty from the draft. It's nice and filled with rubbing alcohol fumes, so you get a little woozy, you know, a little vertigo, makes the space feel bigger.
A little bit of a rush.
Yeah.
You know.
Max, does your goatee have thermal retention qualities?
Yeah, that's actually why I grew it out. You know, last week I was rocking full beard, but then we climbed up to the 40s and I started to overheat a little bit, so we toned it down.
Harry and Johnny, you guys ever considered something similar?
Unfortunately, it's not quite in my wheelhouse. You know, I have decent coverage along the jaw and mustache and chin area, but it's rather sparse. So, you know, unless I'm trying to look really creepy, I think it's something I'm going to stay away from for the time being.
Yeah. And I don't really own a wheelhouse.
Heard you just got back from Colorado. Lame or not lame?
Not lame. Super great. Thumbs up. Better than Iowa.
Were you scouting out optimal snow types?
We were. Well, you have sugar snow, which is difficult to build with, and it takes a granular structure. And then there's corn snow, which is larger sugar snow. And then on top of that, you have cornmeal snow, which is a little bit of a gradient in the middle. So what we're looking for right here, if you can see in this snow, it's just bigger than cornmeal. So that's the ideal snow type. And that's what we were doing on our research trip in Colorado.
Gotcha. The media is highly awaiting this epic matchup between rising weather temperatures and notorious snow fort. Will you be taking any bets?
I'm willing to go all in on Snowfort, at least until the start of April. It's going to stand, most certainly. We have a couple experts in the field that are predicting a plunge in temperatures going forward. We think that this recent 40-degree trend is nothing more than a trend, and most certainly temperatures will fall and the fort will strengthen.
Got you. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Is construction in your bloodline?
Yeah, a little bit. My father likes to build houses and then trap the people inside. It's quite lucrative because, you know, you sell a house, you make a sum of money on that, board them in, make sure there's no power tools in the house, and then they're stuck and they have to rely on you for help because you've already confiscated their phones, so they have no contact except for the small hole you put in the now boarded up door. So, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of a
Captive market.
Yeah, you know, quite captive.
Right. Are you afraid of becoming your father?
No, I'm afraid I might not be my father.
Got you. Quick question. Where's the potty?
I actually have been heading the P Corner initiative. We've had a lot of negative response to guests, and I often like to tell them where it is by showing them where it is. I think, you know, I'm a visual learner. I think a lot of people are visual learners. So far, it's over there. That's the P Corner.
Got you. What's the approval process for a new hole look like?
A lot of paperwork.
Paperwork and about 6 beers, and being the one with trusty Dusty over here.
Can you give me a quick test of the acoustics in here? Little singing challenge, mayhaps?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, say, can you see
Bye.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Have you thought about starting a podcast?
I talk to myself as if like my life was a podcast most of the time. So I'd just be afraid that I wouldn't have enough left over to broadcast to the world. Harry also talks enough that I really would rather never hear him again.
We're satisfied with the amount of Harry talks.
It's a lot of like national secrets and stuff that we wouldn't like. You know, our juiciest stuff is stuff that we can't air publicly without fear of having to leave the nation. So it's kind of under wrap and key.
I see that you spruced the place up with a little greenery. Are the plants happy, like truly happy?
Yeah, we're pumping them with dopamine. I don't know if they're happy about that, but they're happy right now. I can tell you that much.
Any pets?
None permanent.
Yeah,
You know, you see little critters when you come in here late at night sometimes, but they're kind of shy.
We do have an artist in residence, actually, Lucia Finkelstein, who has created the gargoyle to your left over there.
Yeah, we're really excited about our collaboration with her.
Mhm.
Christ, didn't see that there. Kind of terrifying. Are your toes cold right now?
Well, they could be
I speak for
warmer.
myself. Yeah, they could be warmer, but they're not cold.
Do you feel more connected to the universe in here?
I feel more connected to snow, ice. It feels far away from the sun. That's kind of why I like it, is the disconnect actually between all the world out there and your own private little carbon monoxide rich bubble in here where you can just kind of
By that.
sit in your own thoughts and pee
Over there.
over there.
What about forts made from earthen materials, hot or not?
Hotter than this on a temperature basis, likely. But they're cool, it's kind of a different thing. You can't really hollow out a pile of dirt like you can a pile of snow, and that's kind of unappealing to us as snow pile hollower outers.
Got you. Final question. What can we expect to see from you guys next winter?
Well, we got to talk to our boys in FM and see how big of a pile we can get. That's going to take a little coordination and a little bit of bribery. But based on the college's funding with the trustees, $15 an hour, I think we can do it.
Yeah. You could probably expect something around 4 or 5 times this size.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's a promise. I would put that on my life.
I would not.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
It's been a pleasure. All right. Out the same way we came in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Here, we can show you out.
Oh, that's a peak corner. Okay.
So, some might say it's exclusive, but we're just an elite organization that wants the best.
Well, thank you again, gentlemen.
Come back anytime.
Peace.
Have a good one now.